Whew. Is it hot in here, or is it just the budget red Magic the Gathering creatures? Today's show, I'm going to start off with Bedlam Reveler. This is a 6-mana 3/4 Devil Horror, and it's basically Ancestral Recall. It costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card already in your graveyard, so it's basically 2 mana. It's also got Prowess, and when this creature enters, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. You got yourself a Bedlam Reveler and 3 extra cards. That is incredible value. And it's not even that expensive of a card in actual paper life. Moving on, we're going to go with Tresaru's Seer Slicer Goblin. The Gobbos. For all the goblin gang out there. This is a 2-mana 2/1 Goblin Warrior. And it's got Raid. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Goblins stronger together. I know, because I usually get completely swarmed and outraced by them. Bob Talks Bridge with the Electrostatic Field. Very annoying card. Under a buck and great in many aggressive stats. Also in defensive stats, all right? This, so Electrostatic Field is a 2-mana 0/4 wall with Defender, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Electrostatic Field deals 1 damage to each opponent. So, I mean, you're a little bit on blocking duty, and if you got a burn plan, well, you do a little extra burn at the same time. Have your cake and eat it too. John with Ryan Sinclair. What is that? Ryan Sinclair. My personal favorite for this case. It's a person with a headset. 3-mana 2/2 human. Whenever Ryan attacks, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if it's a spell with mana value less than or equal to Ryan's power. Isn't that just like Cascade? Oh, but you have to attack with it instead. Put the exiled card not cast this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's also Doctor's Companion. Okay, so it's not exactly Cascade. It's like Cascade upon attack, sort of, in a weird way. If you can make Ryan bigger, maybe you can cast some more interesting things. It can be for free, and free is a good price. Next up, we've got Corey Nalder with Lava Raiders. We need your budget cards, people. Your budget cards. Riders. They ride the lava, apparently. They're crazy. Okay, what? Is lava something? Lava... This card doesn't exist. Lava ride... Sorry, the card doesn't exist yet. Well, let me know what it is and we'll figure it out. Basilisk Collar. That is colorless. Okay, next up, we've got Christopher B with Inti. Inti is insane. Is this a different one? Oh no, it's the same Inti. I just don't know. I didn't know Inti's full name. This is a 2-mana 2/2 human knight. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. All right, so you're enabling your Threshold. You're enabling Delirium. You're enabling Madness. What else are you enabling? You can put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. That makes it even more impossible to block a red deck. And the creature gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, you get to exile the top card of your library. You can play that card until your next end step. So it's not even like you're losing anything. You're just looting and rummaging, getting rid of stupid lands, getting delicious instant sorceries and creatures. Next, we've got Gillum with Goblin Lookout. Is this going to be like a spiritual... spiritual goblin show? Goblin Lookout is a 2-mana 1/2 and tap sacrifice a goblin. All goblins get +2/+0 until end of turn. It's good value, especially for a goblin deck. They've got a lot of expendable goblins. Cranko cranks them all out, and you can sack them with the Goblin Lookout. Okay, Corey fixed it up. We got thank you very much for fixing it up. Avalanche Riders. I would never have guessed that, to be honest. I'm familiar with the card, though. So it's a 4-mana 2/2 with haste and echo. But the most important thing was when it comes into play, you destroy target land. Now, I think there's some cool stuff you could do with this. You could blink this card, frankly. With the echo on the stack, just blink the card at your upkeep and destroy more target lands. Is very unusual to have land destruction attached to a creature, but Avalanche Riders is one of those cards. Was also a world champion level card once upon a time. Was also a world champion apparently again. It was that good at the time. Rylar is like lightning bolts. You don't say. You don't say. Well, you know what? It's good that Wizards of the Coast keeps it under $3. Still good. Okay, we have Danny Marco. Nikachu, what about Alexios Demos? This sounds like a multicolored card. It's not, though. Awesome cheap commander. Then that is great. We've got Alexios Demos of Cosmos, a 4-mana 4/4 human berserker, trample. When it attacks each combat if able, can't be sacrificed, and can't attack its owner. What, we're giving it away? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player gains control of Alexios, untaps it, and puts a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn, but it can never attack its owner. Not its controller, its owner. Okay, we are rolling out with the super chats, starting with Pacers Fan Forever. Combat Celebrant. Celebrating combat, are they? It's a 3-mana 4/1. Oh, this card. If Combat Celebrant hasn't been exerted this turn, you may exert it as it attacks. So it's going to take a little bit of a timeout. You know, it's going the extra distance to throw that swing. When you do untap all other creatures you control, and after this combat phase, there is an additional combat phase. And I also believe that this is a pretty decent combo card under some circumstances, especially if you can do the old blinky blinky with this card. Oh, we've got Islarf. Sardian Avenger. What's a Sardian? I don't want to offend the Sardians, though. It's another goblin. It's a 2-mana 1/1, first strike trample, and whenever Sardian Avenger attacks, it gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of artifacts your opponents control. So you're telling me this is the... I was about to say this is like... This is the extortionist of goblins, but wasn't the extortionist also a goblin? Extortionist. What was it called? Dockside extortionist. Yeah, it was a goblin. Oh, they're all goblins. Those nasty goblins. Okay, whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, the Sardian Avenger deals 1 damage to that player. That is pretty neat, though. That's unique. That's not your usual. Mercenary, it's best red creatures on a budget. Best. That is very bad. The Vexing Devil. That's terrible. That would be on the worst red creatures show. It probably should have been on the last show. Mappius, Brash Taunter. We have a 5-mana 1/1 goblin. Oh yeah, this guy. Indestructible. Bring it on. It's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to an opponent. And for 3 mana, Brash Taunter fights another target creature. Make sure you don't put a 20-power creature on the battlefield. John with the super chat. Skirkfire Marshal. Skirkfire Marshal is a 5-mana 2/2 pro red. Unusual for a red creature. Tap 5 untap goblins you control. Oh, it deals 10 damage to each creature and each player. 10 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's maybe a little too much damage. Mercenary defending the Vexing Devil. Well, you prove me wrong, Mercenary. Prove me wrong. I challenge anybody to win a tournament with Vexing Devil in 2025. Okay, we have Mr. DC with the Nova Hellkite. That was a lot of damage from that last goblin. Nova Hellkite is a 5-mana 4/5 dragon, flying in haste. When this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to target creature an opponent controls. What is this, Bowmasters? It's like a 5-mana, it's a clunky 5-mana giant and beefy Bowmasters, but it also has warp. So you can cast this card from your hand for its warp cost, exile this creature at the beginning of the next end step, then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. All right, so we have ourselves... You can have Bowmasters today for 5 mana, or you can have Bowmasters tomorrow for 3. Makes sense to me. Okay, Christopher B wants to be on the show. Imodane's Recruiter. The Recruit. This is a 3-mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. I most certainly hope so. But it also has train troops. Sorcery. Create 2/2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. Okay, next we got Random Mage, Ashling the Limitless. One of the best elementals. Yeah, it's only one of the best. Cannot be the best. Why? Because Fury definitely is going to be better than this one. But that's okay. Second place is not bad. Silver medal, nothing to be ashamed of. So this is a 3-mana 2/3 elemental sorcerer. Elemental spells you cast from hand have evoke 4 mana. All right, well, that fixes your mana. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental, create a token. That's a copy of it. Oh, God. The token gains haste until end of turn. At the beginning of your next end step, sack it unless you pay 5 mana. Wow, we have... It's like Echo. It's Wooburg Echo. Bowmasters at home for the dragon. Super Bowmasters at home. We've got Benjamin Berkey with Goblin Artisan. I can tell there's a lot of Goblin fans out there. Artisan? This thing? Okay, 1 red for a 1/1. Tap, flip a coin. If you win the flip, draw a card. If you lose the flip, counter target artifact spell you control. This is... Okay, come on. You BSing me here. You BSing me. That is not good anywhere. This is a gamble, and it's a bad gamble at that. Mimbruli! Lizard Blades. Good as a creature and as an equipment. Okay, that's fair. I didn't say it didn't have to be an equipment. This is a 2-mana 1/1 with double strike. Equipped creature has double strike and has reconfigure for 2 mana. Attached to target creature you control or unattached from a creature. Reconfigure only as a sorcery. It's weird. That's elemental. It's like basically like using a creature like it's a weapon in your hand. Like in the cartoons. Almond, I remember Eidolon the Great Revel being good at one point. Oh, probably still is. Eidolon of... Is it in any way a commander staple? Like, maybe it doesn't matter. It probably kills some commander players. This is a double red 2/2, and whenever a player casts a spell with confirmed mana cost 3 or less, the Eidolon of the Great Revel deals 2 damage to that player. The thing is, commander, you have 40 life. So maybe you can, like, fight through the Eidolon and combo off before it kills you. Like, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. For the 2-card combo decks, they don't care. But for, like, their 25 spell combo decks, they probably care. Probably in a big way. Oh, this would kill my Azorius ramp deck? Oh, yeah. But, you know, I think they're afraid of Azorius. Water takes out fire. Last I heard. So they say. We have, oh boy, Runaway. Ooh, the Runaway Steamkin. Arena staple at the time. 2-mana 1/1 when you recast a red spell. If the Steamkin has fewer than 3 +1/+1 counters on it, put a +1/+1 counter on your Steamkin. And remove 3 +1/+1 counters from the Steamkin, you get triple red. So, theoretically, your 2-mana creature can become a 4/4 that you can cash in for more mana. I thought this card was absolutely absurd at the time. This was one of the main reasons, like, when they first made Arena, it was like mono red everywhere. Mono red in Standard, mono red in Historic, mono red in any format. To be honest, I think there was only basically 2 formats at the time. Hearthstone looking art on the Steamkin. Well, I think that was also a good time that Wizards started to maybe learn a few lessons from Hearthstone, sneaking in some ideas. We have Remco here with the Cranko. You under $5? You are under $5, mostly because, well, you're probably so popular. People love their goblins. Then what's funny is Lord of Atlantis isn't under $5. What's up with What's up with that, Wizards of the Coast? So Cranko's a 4-mana 3/3. Tap, add, create X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins you control. Card can get super outrageously out of hand, especially if haste on the battlefield. So we're going to look at more of the best red creatures in Magic the Gathering, but we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards. Deal of the week, 20% off old board games. which is going to be very useful to everyone watching live. I don't know on the replay, but you have to check Fusion Gaming. There's always a different deal of the week, but I'll tell you what, you can always pre-order Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or get those singles and get singles from Lauren Eclipse and Avatar or your best budget red cards in Magic. And do what's even better than that, better than the best red cards, using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And of course, it supports the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, back to business, and I mean it. Okay, we have another super chat. We got from Corey's back. Corey, you didn't get enough cards. Curd Ape. I would disqualify this thing if you didn't super chat. OP in 1993. Believe it or not, it actually saw it won I believe it won. It didn't make top 8. It won a legacy tournament in 2014. I might have to fact check myself. It at least made a top 8. I'm pretty sure it won a legacy tournament 2014. It was around the Treasure Cruise era because apparently it was like, you know, it was like one of the better like Delverish cards at the time. Red 1/1 and gets +1/+2 as long as you control a force. I don't know if it was actually good or it was just a troll and what's it called? Treasure Cruise was just so powerful that it compensated for the weakness of Curd Ape. Benjamin Berkey, since you thought my Artisans was bad, how about Dwarven Recruiter? You know, this is funny. Okay, so the Dwarven Recruiter, where's the original one? That's like the list. Oh, this is not the same Recruiter I was thinking. I was thinking of, what's it called? Goblin Recruiter. This is Dwarven. You say Dwarven? Yeah, you said Dwarven Recruiter. All right. Potentially broken. At the moment, not. I heard people are speculating on this card, though. It's 3 mana 2/2. When it comes into play, search your library for any number of dwarf cards and reveal them. Shuffle your library, put them on top in any order. This is Goblin Recruiter power level, but in the power of the dwarves. Now, what keeps this card in check? There are no dwarves to get. There's nothing. There are no good dwarves to put on top of your library. Oh, Magda? Well, it's at your commander, probably. So the deal is there's just not enough dwarves. But maybe, clearly someone's going to break this. Well, you still need the cards. But remember, Lord of the Rings is coming around the corner. We're going to the Hobbit. So this card might end up becoming, it might be busted. Okay, it could be busted. Gotta wait, though. Mega Mika on Ball Lightning. Okay, we have triple red 6/1 Trampler Haste. At the beginning of the end step, you gotta sack this creature. Believe it or not, I actually have played quite a bit with Ball Lightning. Just be like, okay, I want to play standard. Oh, a mono red is playable. All right, I'll play that thing with Ball Lightning. I have to say, I'm very embarrassed when I first attacked with my Ball Lightning into a first strike creature. Super embarrassing, but you know what? You have to learn the hard way. Dwarven Kindred instant sorcery would be a cool synergy. Maybe. Yeah, the recruiter's gonna be busted wide open once the dwarves get what they got. But like, they're printing dwarves so damn slowly in this game. Mr. DC with the super chat. I appreciate the super chat. Simeon Spirit Guide. It's cheap. Or cheap enough, I should say. 3 mana 2/2, exile it from your hand, add 1 red mana. Honestly, I mean, the card looks harmless until you've played against it and you realize exile Simeon Spirit Guide, exile Simeon Spirit Guide, tap a land for 1, Violent Outburst on turn 1. And then you learn, you understand, oh, this is not such a cute card after all. No, it's broken in half. Kano with Dualcaster Mage. Classic, well, basically, I don't know, is this actually good? I guess it's good. To me, it looks like a bit like jank synergy. 3 mana 2/2 flash. When it enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, but does assemble many infinite combos, depending what's on the stack. Okay, Mercenary, gonna go for a different goblin this time. The Goblin Pile Driver. Actually, sorry, the Vexing Devil never was a goblin. Okay, 2 mana 1/2, pro blue. Whenever Goblin Pile Driver attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking goblin. Still pre-modern busted. Super pre-modern busted. I'm almost envious of goblins in pre-modern. It's like, it's insane. Pre-modern goblins is disgustingly powerful. Like, why can't I have that? The merfolk in pre-modern are weak. Very weak. More goblins. Goblin Chain Whirler. I knew it. This is a spiritual goblin show. Triple red for a 3/3 with first strike. When it enters the battlefield, it will do what Bowmasters wish it could. It deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. Makes me wonder why Goblin Chain Whirler didn't see more play at a time that it could to really destroy all of the 1 toughness creatures. Adeptus with Exocrine. 3 mana and X for a 2/2 Tyrannid. Ravenous enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. If X is 5 or more, draw a card when it enters. Bioplasmic Barrage. When Exocrine enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to each player and each other creature. So it is Earthquake. It's sort of clunky Earthquake. If you're a fan of Earthquake, you might be a fan of the Exocrine. No one is forcing you to play Merfolk. You can play Goblins too if you want. No. Jess, I have to play Merfolk. The deck has called to me. I must defend its something. Not a Goblin, disqualified. It's not actually a Goblin show, believe it or not. Bryce with Delina. The Wild Mage with a wild ability. 4 mana, 3/2. When it attacks, you gotta roll the D20. Where it's gonna land, nobody knows. 1 to 14. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary, and it has exile this creature at end of combat. And if you roll 15 to 20, create one of those tokens. Roll again. Gotta get lucky though. Gotta get a little lucky. The local Yoinker. Yoinking what? Okay, we got Drakuseth. No one mentioned Drakuseth. 7 mana, 7/7 dragon. Flying whenever Drakuseth attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. It's basically Flame Tongue Kavu. Oh, wait a minute! Flame Tongue Kavu! You're evolving! Hold on, where's Flame Tongue Kavu? Do 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 do. It's basic. That's how I'm interpreting this card. Vec with the Fervent Champion. Red 1/1 Human Knight. First strike. Haste. Whenever Fervent Champion attacks, another target attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. But equip abilities you activate that target Fervent Champion cost 3 less to activate. If you're an equipment player, you have to play this card because this is the only damn thing that's going to make equipment like less clunky. Spend 2 mana and actually just put the thing on your Fervent Champion. And it's actually been part of a few combo decks that have smoked me right off the face of the earth. The Kavu became Dragonic, yeah. The local Yoinker sounds so wrong. Yeah, I know. The local Yoinker has been around for a long time. It never internalized in my brain the name. It's okay. I think. Okay, Adeptus. Oh no, I got you, Adeptus. I got Chain Whirler already. Are we running out of cards? Mr. DC, Rograth count for this show. I would assume so. This is 0 mana, 0/1, first strike, menace, trampler, and partner, and it's $1. We got Pedgeman in the house. We have a Heart Fire Hero. You would like Heart Fire Hero, wouldn't you? It got banned because he was the cheapest in the mouse package. Emperor Heart Challenger and Manifold Mouse being rares, all under $5 though. Okay, red 1/1. Look, this card was pretty strong too. Honestly, they should have just banned them all. I don't see... Red doesn't really slow down all that much, especially in Pioneer. So red 1/1 with Valiant. Whenever Heartfire Hero becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When Heartfire Hero dies, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. He's a little guy. You know, we completely underestimated all these tiny little mice for the most part. Benjamin Berkey's like, you know what breaks Dwarven Recruiter? Putting Irene Sengir on top of your library. I have no idea what that synergy does. Storm... Okay, Vibrant Toucan with Storm, Kiln, Artist. Okay, we have more dwarf cards for a Dwarven Recruiter. It's a 4-mana 2/2. This creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. That's pretty good. That's pretty good if you're a massive artifact deck. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. That's also pretty. That's a pretty neat card, actually. I've never really heard of it. It's probably not competitive playable because you're not going to get, I don't know, you're not going to ramp into it with Soul Ring, for example. Oh, what else do we have here? Okay, well, I guess we're on the no 2 cards yet crowd. The fear of missing. Oh, people are mentioning FOMO earlier, and I had no idea what they were talking about. And it was this one. I understand FOMO in a financial sense, less in an actual creature sense. Okay, so we have a 2-mana 2/3 Nightmare. When Fear of Missing Out enters, discard a card, then draw a card. And also spend all your money at the top. Delirium. Whenever Fear of Missing Out attacks for the first time each turn, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, untap target creature. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. And if a card spikes to $100, buy it right then and there. And then don't look at the price after that. That's the key. Don't look at the price of Magic cards after you bought them. We got Pandemon with Mugmob. Fear of Missing Out is a very good card. Good value. Almond says, didn't they nerf Heartfire Hero in Final Fantasy with the blazing button? They might have. Mugmob, triple red 3/3. Sack it. It deals 3 damage. Divide as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. This is literally Fury at Home. This is Fury at Home. If you ever heard... You heard of Fury? You can't afford Fury? It's a mythic rare. This came out in Modern Horizons 3. They're basically making fun of Fury. I don't even know if they knew they were going to have to ban it. Buy high, sell low. We got to do what Andre Mengucci does. Buy high, never sell. That's a strategy too. We did Runaway Steamkin. Marcio, sorry about that. We've done Runaway Steamkin. Benjamin Berkey wants Shocker. We got Shocker for 2 mana. It's a 1/1. If Shocker damages any player, that player discards their hand, then draws a new hand of as many cards as they had before. Was it Windfall? Deal damage to any player, that player discards. No, that player discards their hand, then draws a new hand of as many. This sounds bad. How is this explained how this is a good card? So first off, it's not particularly likely we're going to damage our opponent with this card. And if we do, isn't that just like a free windfall? Don't they want the windfall? Or is it like a good versus a combo deck that has to like basically discard their hand and draw a bunch of new random stuff? I need answers here. There might be some deep strategy to this card that I don't know about. Like this with maybe Bowmasters in play might be good. So that might be like a bunch of free stuff. Shocker was on the worst red show. Okay, we're gonna say it's the worst. It's got potential if you can pair it with something, I guess. You gotta be careful though. Shocker seems real cool with Nekosar. Well, this is I mean, you know what? I mean, I'll admit that you could probably build around this card. It's got potential. You just have to punish your opponent for drawing the extra cards. That's all. We've got our local Yoinker with Scourge of the Throne. Scourge of the Throne is a 6-mana 5/5 dragon with Dethrone. Whenever this creature attacks, the player with the most life or tied for the most life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever this creature attacks for the first time each turn, if it's attacking the player with the most life or tied for most life, untap all attacking creatures, and after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Shocker plus Shield Dread? Yeah, that would be the combo. If you can assemble that. That would be a weird combo. You have like one of the best cards in Magic the Gathering coupled with like, I don't know, one of the worst cards in Magic the Gathering. That could be a show. Good cards that combo off with really bad cards. There's no purpose except that one combo that we invented. Okay, we're going to take a look at more of the worst magic creatures in red, but I would love to shout out my other sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent magic cards on Magic Online, the digital client. You can play Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, what else? Commander, one-on-one Commander, 4-on-4, CEDH, regular. Why? Because they have all the paper formats, pre-modern, Pauper, and don't be hesitant to try it out, because you don't have the entire collection. You have the entire collection of Magic the Gathering when you are renting with Mana Traders. That's the cheapest way to be able to play every single deck possible. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_649 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Let's go back to the Scourge of the Red creatures. The Scourge of the Red. Ooh, Anger from the one and only Jess. I think our other Jess might have something to say about that. Okay, we have a 4-mana 2/2 with haste, and as long as it's in your graveyard and you have control mountain, you need that mountain. Don't forget about that. Creatures you control have haste. I've won a few games because my opponent did not have a mountain in play. Like, it wasn't really a mono red deck. It was like it had a lot of red in it, but it wasn't all red. And they had enough non mountains in play that they lost. Very hilarious. Cracker Grit with Bone Crusher Giant. Excellent choice. We need to crush those bones. 3 mana for a 4/3. This card is good in itself because when it becomes the target of a spell, Bone Crusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. So you target moi? Well, I'm gonna go stomp you a little bit before it's over. And it also has got actual Stomp for 2 mana. It's an instant. Damage can't be prevented this turn, and Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. So I think a red player wants everything in this card. Are you trying to prevent my damage, like with Fog? Well, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to stomp your plan out of existence. We've got... Do hybrid cards count that contain red? No, I'm going to consider them multicolored. Boneless Faceplant wants actual Flame Tongue Kavu. Oh, we looked at it earlier. This Flame Tongue was evolving. I really don't like that art. Ugh, this is the OG to me. You know, I suppose some people will say that this art sucks, but it's just too OG. I don't like this one. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It's like a mutant rabbit. So that's what a mutant rabbit over here. Okay, Flame Tongue Kavu, 4 mana, 4/2, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to target creature. But there is one disadvantage to Flame Tongue Kavu. It's gotta barf out its lava at something. It's just the nature of the Flame Tongues. And if there's nothing in play to barf its lava at, it's gonna barf its lava at itself. Since Shocker wasn't good enough, how about Barbed Shocker? Does that change anything? Almond says the new artwork reminds me of Barnacles a little bit. I'm not familiar with Barnacles, but I'm gonna trust you. This card doesn't exist. Barbed Shocker. Oh, I didn't spell. Sorry, it didn't exist because I didn't spell Shocker right. It's because I'm a dummy. I'm a dum-dum. There we go. 4 mana for a 2/2. Trample and haste. Oh, we have the old 2-power trampler here. Basically the charging badger of red. Whenever Barbed Shocker deals damage to a player, that player discards all the cards in their hand and draws that many cards. Why are we letting people windfall? Like, it's the same thing. I would even argue this card's worse because it's just more expensive. I mean, you have surprise value, though, with this one. It does have haste. I don't know why anyone's going to leave themselves open versus a red deck at the table, though. Marcio with Gutter Snipe. The huge build-around card. Works with pings. Gutter Snipe is the 3-mana. Well, they have a new art for Gutter Snipe. 3-mana 2/2 Goblin Shaman. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. That scales very well. If you have 3 opponents, you only have so many burn spells. The Gutter Snipe is going to do the job. Raznab is like, I use Barbed Shocker in my Nekusar deck. Raznab loves these weird niche red cards. Anyone out there use any of the shockers? The Barbed Shocker, the regular Shocker? Let me know. Maybe they are deserving of this show. We got Wooey Chia. There are some cards that when you discard a card, you get damage. There are some cards. Some card, particularly, well, discard a card? There are some cards. I can't think of them off the top of my head outside of something like the Rack. That'd be the closest thing I can think of. Corey with Fire Slinger. This is old! This is giving old people vibes. I can smell my grandpa's soap just looking at this thing. So 2-mana 1/1, Human Wizard, tap. Fire Slinger deals 1 damage to target creature or player and 1 damage to you. This was like very good back in the day. Like, believe it or not, this was a good card. Just tap it and ping something for 1. Man, they were desperate back then. But it worked, I suppose. Okay, Pacers fan forever with the Broadside Bombardier. Bombardier. Boneless Faceplant. I remember this from a year. Yeah, I know. This thing is, for anyone who played back then. Like, I didn't see that much play back then. Because I didn't play exactly in the time period, but I remember the card. Okay, Broadside Bombardier. Oh, this card's broken! It's so frustrating to play against this thing. 3-mana 2/2 Goblin Pirate, Menace, and Haste. And it's got Boast. Sack another creature or artifact. Broadside Bombardiers deals damage equal to 2 plus the sacrifice permanent's mana value to any target. It's completely busted. Busted in half. Who do we not have yet? Fuenwei! Torbrand. Ooh, Torbrand. My friend has a Torbrand deck. The Thane of Redfell. 4 mana for a 2/4. But if a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent, or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. Boy, I am not thrilled about mathing the math with this card. I just like, okay, whatever it is, it is. Whatever it is, whatever the damage is, I'm just gonna believe it. I'm not gonna double check. If you scam me, then you're scamming me. Okay, we got Beefy Taco with Professional Face Breaker. Professional Face Breaker. What's your job? I break faces. 3 mana for a 2/3 human warrior. This doesn't look like a professional face breaker for the most part. Menace. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Sacrifice a treasure. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. This should be like a Royal Assassin. Really, it should be like Royal Assassin. Why isn't it Royal Assassin? It didn't break any faces at all in this thing. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player. Didn't break any faces. I'm disappointed for the most part. It's a good card, but I'm disappointed. Dan right there, Shivan Devastator. Write in an X for a 0/0 Dragon Hydra. That's scary. Dragon with a billion heads. The 6-headed dragon. Flying in haste, Shivan Devastator enters the battlefield with the X +1/+1 counters on it. Should have also trample. That might make it a little bit more powerful. Talthar with the Legion. Oh, the Legion Loyalist. Getting back to the Goblin gang. 1 mana 1/1 haste, and it's got Battalion. which means whenever a Legion Loyalist and at least 2 other creatures attack, creatures you control gain first strike and trample until end of turn and can't be blocked by creature tokens this turn. Ullman says, professional Facebreaker seems good with all the dragons we've been talking about. Oh yeah, probably. No doubt at all. Resnap says they're a professional, so they get paid for punching people, but not breaking the faces. It's like, it's in your business card. You break faces. You're a face breaker. I don't get this thing. Is Magus of the Moon really under $5? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's been reprinted like quite a few times. I guess. Oh, it's close. It's like just a smidge under $5. 3 mana for a 2/2. Non-basic lands or mountains. Enjoy your mountains, kids. Oh, we got old boy Chandra's Incinerator. Oh, is that the 6/6? It is. It's the 6/6 creature. 6 mana, 6/6. The spell costs X less to cast. Rex is the total amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. It's got trample, though. Whenever a sorcerer you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, Chandra's Incinerator deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that player controls. Bonus faceplant. How is Magus of the Moon under $5? Is it the center of a really good legacy deck? What do you mean? Under? No, it's... If it was the center of a legacy deck, then it'd probably be higher in price. It's like just at $5. People in legacy, modern, everyone likes it. Hey, Benjamin Bree, this looks AI generated. Well, it was made in 2020, so it's impossible. Yeah, you're right. Imagine getting Imagine your art getting insulted as AI generated when it's like 6 years old. Like, you're accusing me of generating this art? But it's got that sort of like smoothish and the tone of the color feel to it. It's got everything. Craig J. Spearing. Apparently all the AI probably just learned from you. They just took all of your art and trained on it. So unfortunately, it's not Craig's fault. It's AI's fault. Raznab, did we Magus of the Arena? What the hell does this do? 6 mana. This is a Magus? It's a 6 mana 5/5. It's not that bad by itself. 3 mana tap. Tap target creature you control and target creature an opponent's choice. Oh, and then the creatures fight. Yeah, like the land arena. We did Eidolon of the Great Revel. Ask the former art mod about accusing people of AI art. Ooh, those are probably big fighting words over there. Probably big fighting words. Talathar with Adrenaline Jockey. We got 3 mana, 3/3 Minotaur Pilot. Whenever a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, this creature deals 4 damage to them. Ooh! That's burns. Whenever you activate an exhaust ability, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Screw that, though. I like this thing. Whenever a player casts a spell, they get blasted for 4 damage. It's better than Eidolon. It will really rock the counterspell players. Finfinity, a young Pyromancer. A classic. We have the 2 mana 2/1. And we have a kitty token. That's very cute. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, get a 1/1 red elemental token. Is it a cat? Oh, what a waste! Was this the token in this set? I think it was. Look, you have this beautiful cat in the art there, and then when you look at the elemental token for the set, it's this stupid rock. They were telegraphing the cat big time here. Argentina, welcome to the show. Dragon's Rage Channeler. We have not looked at that card. Super busted. A 1 red 1/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1, and with Delirium, as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, Dragon Rage Chandler gets +2/+2, has flying, and attacks each combat if able. This card used to see a super ton of play until I think until Bowmasters came out and started to rain on its parade. I think. M Nation, Robber the Rich. Yep. I think for future shows, I should make like a show of cards that have never been reprinted. It's like Magic's best red creatures that have never been reprinted. 2 mana for a 2/2. Human Archer Rogue. Reach and haste. Whenever Robber of the Rich attacks, if defending player has more cards in their hand than you, exile the top card of their library during any turn you attacked with a rogue. You may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though or mana of any color to cast that spell. Good card advantage in red. A bit weird. Bit of a weird card. Bit of it weird that it has reach as a 2/2. Are you gonna block as a grizzly bear? Not a lot of things you can block. You're gonna block a dragon? Really, Robber of the Rich? Go try to rob Smog from Lord of the Rings. Let's see if you can get away with it. Talatar says you'd need a restriction that it can't have been released in the past 10 years. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, there's something like unique on Scryfall. I can see on the side. I think it would only qualify. You can still have reprints from the same set, like multiple versions. That would count, but that would be about it. It's the entirety of the reserve list. Reserve list is it's a little different. You know, it's its own thing. But there's a lot of cards out there have never been reprinted though. Mercenary with Rorix. The Bladewing. Rorix Bladewing is a 6 mana 5/6 dragon with flying and haste. That's it. We just have another dragon. You get a second card yet, Christopher B? We have Battle Squadron. 5 mana star flying. Another goblin, chat. Another goblin. Battle Squadron's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. The goblins made an unruly pile with the military precision. Rorix was bonkers when it was launched in 2002. Was it? That was like the Urza era. Did they just, was it part of like just mono red artifacts or some crap like that? This looks terrible. Rorix looks like Thumberchod at home. Thumberchod. This dragon looks like the dragon that needs to exert itself to have flying until end of turn. Does anyone remember that dragon? Okay, Bryce wants Redemption. Orcish Lumberjack. We all need trees. We'll need that lumber. Oh, it's Orcish. Where are we going? Where are we going here? There we are. The 1 mana 1/1 Orc. Tap, sack a forest, add 3 mana in any combination of red and or green to your mana pool. It's Black Lotus at home. I think this card is incredibly underrated. This is just literally turning all your forests into Black Lotuses. And nobody cares. Nobody seems to care. And I guess, you know what's the problem? The decks that really want Black Lotus are things like combo decks, but combo decks don't want to play Orcish Lumberjack because of the inconsistency of the card. Bulky with Enduring Courage. Have courage. Enduring Courage. 4 mana for a 3/3 Dog Glimmer. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. That is a really sweet deal. When Enduring Courage dies, if it was a creature returns to the battlefield under its owner's control and it's an enchantment, this card's insane. This card is literally busted. I think this is an incredibly powerful red card. Maybe a little too powerful. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +2/+0. So I guess the problem is this card does not get haste. That's the only awkward thing about this card. Black Lotus with Summoning Sickness. That's right, the Lumberjack. Who else do we have here? Did we do... No, we actually didn't do Monastery Swift. What's the name to this card? This is supposed to be... Oh, is there a secret lair? Sort of creepy, to be honest. Who is this? What's her name? Swifty. Some people call it... Taylor Swifty. That's what they call this card. The Taylor Swifty. I think we did Hardfire Hero. Did we? We did Hardfire Hero, Mapia. Sorry about that. We did Krenko as well, Jess. Jess, someone else here has the username, the one and only Jess. What do you have to say about that? What do you have to say about that, Jess? Unless that's you on your sock account. I didn't read Swift Spear. Oh, you know what? I should probably do that. You know what? This card is so common. I thought everyone knows what this thing does. But, you know, I still should read it. 1 mana for a 1/2 haste with prowess. I cannot believe they downgraded this to a common. They are so stupid for doing that. This is a rare. In my opinion, this card is strictly a rare. This card is so strong. It is part of so many tier 1 decks. Cannot believe. There's nothing fair about this card either. I don't even think it's uncommon power level. Oh, you have to build around it in, like, you know, yeah, you got banned. Yeah, this. It was in Pauper. Get this. It was in Pauper, and then it got banned. Too strong. Way too strong. Yeah, it's still not... Well, it's not uncommon in my book. I think this is a rare card. I don't think it's mythic or anything. Try telling that to the Ristic Study players. It's a common. Well, Ristic Study is only good in Commander. Outside of it, it's sort of shite, you know? You still need to build around it. Oh, the building around it is, like, not that much. The deck builds themselves. There is already, like, multiple shells for Swift Spear to go in. You want to be in a blue-red tempo deck? Do you want to be in a burn deck? Do you want to be in a black-red aggro deck? They just built themselves. Cracker Grits with Thunder Maul Hellkites. Did we do Thunder Maul? $60 at one time. Thunder Maul. Is it Thunder Maul Hellkite? No, Thunder Maw Hellkite? You're thinking of Thunder Maw. Because yeah, it used to be $60 at one time. And it used to be the replacement for what is it called? Not replacement. It took the place of Bowmasters at the time. It's a 5 mana 5/5 flying in haste, and when it enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to each creature with flying. Your opponent's control. You gotta tap those creatures. It was actually quite good for the era. Do you really not have a card yet, Toilet Duck? I feel like you've been here the entire time. Acroma, Angel of Fury. She be red. She be furious. We have what is the saying? Hell have no wrath like a woman's scorn. 8 mana for a 6/6 angel. And she's going to hell to deal with to finish the job that she didn't complete. The spell can't be countered. Flying, trample, protection from white and from blue. And for a red, Acroma Angel of Fury gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Also has Morph for 6 mana. She can be sneaky. She can be sneaky. She can definitely she can wear a trench coat and wear the googly eyes and the nose and mustache. You'll never know it's her. You'll have no idea. Oh, hell have no fury. Oh, is that what it is? Thank you so much for letting me know. Well, who do we have not? Who doesn't have 2 cards yet? A lot of people are at the no 3-card threshold. So many people had no 3 cards. We did Alexios, actually. We did that one earlier. Okay, Almond's coming for 3s. Who can forget Hellkite Tyrant? Is a 6-mana 6/5 dragon, flying and trample. Whenever Hellkite Tyrant deals combat damage to a player, gain control of all artifacts that player controls. That is insane. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game! Congratulations. You collected all the artifacts. You are the king of the, you're the king collector. If you have, it's like you have the entire money supply, then you basically win capitalism. Congratulations. Vec with Rabbit Battery. Okay, yeah, technically red. Oh, this card, a red 1/1, haste. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has haste, and it also has reconfigure. It is a decent, fine card. Oh, next, who else do we have here? Old boy coming for 3s. The Generator Servant. Two mana for a 2/1, an elemental. Tap Sacrifice Generator Servant. Add double colorless. If that mana is spent on a creature spell, it gains haste until end of turn. You have ramp. It's scary looking ramp. It's an elemental. It's like... Actually, upon closer inspection, it sort of looks like it's got one of those suits around the Shakespeare era. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like this giant collar of some sort. Okay, Hexenor with Jiao of the Moonslayer. Jiao of the Moonslayer. There we go. Jiao the Moonslayer. A 2-mana 2/2 human soldier. Menace. Non-basic lands and are tapped. And also for 7 mana, put a conquest counter on Jiao. And as long as Jiao has a conqueror counter. Oh, sorry, not conquest. A conqueror counter. As long as there's a conqueror counter on him, non-basic lands are mountains. Oh! It's actually... It's a Blood Moon in disguise. Very suspicious card. Is Fury under $5 now? To do it the opposite around. Fury. Is that the new art for Fury? That's a bit weird. To look at I need to look at an OG. There we go. 5 mana for a 3/3. Yeah, it's under $5 now. It's not quite modern. Not quite modern playable because it's banned. The 3/3 Double Striker. As it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and/or planeswalkers. And for evoke, you can exile a red card. Still sees play in Legacy though. Still Legacy playable. Very frustrating card to play against. How about Dragon Mage, since you love Shocker so much? How many cards do you want on this show, Benjamin Berkey? Dragon Mage. 7 mana 5/5 flying. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, each player discards their hand. Okay, this one's different. It's each player discards their hand and draws 7 cards. I can get behind this. If it's every player, then you all benefit. Because you actually get to discard and get some new cards yourself. Raznab with Goblin. Oh, we did Goblin Chain Whirler. Sorry about that. Gonna watch the rest of the stream on the TV, so no more chatting for me. See you later, Dan, or see you in a second. You gotta be quick. The show is almost over. Mercenary with Hunted Dragon. So what you get? You're gonna get some creatures. 5 mana for a 6/6, flying in haste. When Hunted Dragon enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens with first strike. And we have Lestian with Stingerback Terror. Four mana for a 7/7. Flying and Trample. This is a good value, though, so far. Stingerback Terror gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. Oh! That should be easy for, like, red. You can also plot it for 3. You can easily dump your hand before you get this thing on the battlefield. Mr. DC. Chomping Master. Okay, hold on. Chomping Mastosaurus. Technically under $5. Yeah, technically is good enough for me. Oh. It's an arena card. 6 mana, 6/6. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, discard a card, then seek a non-land card. When you discard a card this way, this creature deals damage equal to the discarded card's mana value to any target. I have no idea how good or bad this card is. It's an arena card. It's arena. Raznab with Soulscar Mage. We did not look at that one. We did Swiftspear. We did Taylor Swiftby. Soulscar Mage, a red 1/2, Prowess. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls, put that many -1/-1 counters on that creature instead. What's funny, you know, Swiftspear was downgraded to this. Okay, this, what kind of bizarre land is this? Monastery Swiftspear has haste. She has haste. She got downgraded to a common. And we have Soulscar Mage here at like rare. I don't know. This is just Bizarro land. Technically, a rare in arena is what, like $1? Well, I know rare in arena is meaningless, basically. We have got Voltland. You didn't get one. Lava Leaper. We gotta leap over that lava. 4 mana, 4/4. All creatures have haste. Whenever a player taps a basic land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land could produce. Mapius, Storm Scale Scion. Six mana, 4/4, Flying Dragon. Other dragons you control get +1/+1. Oh yeah. Oh, and it's got Storm. That could be strong. That could be pretty good for any of the Storm players out there. Did I miss anybody? We did this. We did the Storm Scale Scion. Anyone else did not get a card? The other MTG game, Bob. Old boy for Redemption for Lava Leaper. It got nominated and disqualified on the worst card show. Okay. Redemption for Lava Leaper. It got nominated and disqualified on the worst. Hold on. Which one was the Lava Leaper? It got disqualified on. Yeah, it got disqualified. Yeah. You're saying we're finally redeeming this card. Because now we're showing how good it is. I think this card is great. I think it's a very powerful effect. It's incredibly powerful. Everyone doubles their mana from their lands. All the creatures have haste. I mean, it's going to be a weird slugfest, but I think it's still good. We have Bell here with Grim Lavamancer. Do people play these types of cards? Like, this is like a strong 60 card format card, the Grim Lavamancer, when it comes up. I'm just wondering if they see any commander play, like red 1/1, tap red, tap, exile 2 cards from your graveyard to deal 2 damage to any target. Like, that seems pretty weak to me in commander, but maybe it's good enough still. Hell of a card in 60 card Magic. Benny, Shatterstorm. That doesn't sound like a creature. That sounds like an instant or sorcery. Yeah, it's not a creature. Sorry about that. Let's finish the show on Felicia with Tanuk, Steadfast Second. This is a 4 mana 3/5 Kavu Pilot. Other creatures you control also have haste. Oh, sorry about that. Other creatures you control have haste. Artifact creatures and red creature cards in your hand also have warp for 3 mana. It's pretty affordable itself for a lovely 4 mana over there. Okay, that's it for today, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I could tell, like, some people decided they were going to show up for the morning show and they weren't here in the evening, but that's okay. But we still do these weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for now. Looks like that morning show is pretty popular, chat. Looks like that morning show is pretty popular. Thanks to everyone who was actually here for both days. Okay, or sorry, for both time slots. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. Of course, thanks to everybody who are being here. We have got Little Dead Fly, Raznab, Christopher B, Remco, Kano, Mercenary, Benjamin Berkey, Old Boy, Mappius, Bob Talks Bridge, Argentina, Doc Sigma. Wait, we have a morning show. I was here 6 hours. It was 6 hours earlier. Yeah, before this show started. Yeah, it won't be there tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an evening show, by the way. Tomorrow will be an evening show. I can't do it in the morning. I have a dentist appointment in the morning. There is going to be an evening show at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday tomorrow. So keep a lookout for that. What time is the morning show? At 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to make a post on YouTube so you can all catch it and see what happens. It was pretty popular. I was surprised how many people showed up. Mr. D, we have Mono. Who else? Mono No Aware. What a hell of a name. Mr. DC, Adaptus. Who else? Mappius, maybe. Anyway, I hope I got everybody. Raznab. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing those coffees. We're going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cut.